So, as you saw in the title, boys and girls, we have an IGN writer, a critic of movies and video games and all of that kind of stuff out there. IGN writer Isaiah D. Colbert claims Star Wars fans hate black people after the Acolyte trailer receives massive dislikes. Now, boys and girls, I watched the Acolyte trailer, unfortunately. And there really isn't much to say about it other than it doesn't tell you a whole lot. It's got a lot of pretty flashy lightsabers in it and all of that kind of stuff. It's got some interesting lines of dialogue that don't make a whole lot of sense. And it's got some Star Wars Kung Fu where it literally looks just like a scene out of The Matrix between Neo and either Morpheus or between either Neo and the little protector guy for the mother. But yeah, literally it looked like it was something that was ripped off of other things and just didn't look very well. I heard somebody describe it as fan fiction, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. And now fan fiction's gotten really good, but it's just like the acting in it and the stories aren't always that great and stuff like that because they're just amateurs doing the best they can. And they do some great stuff, better than a lot of the Disney Star Wars stuff that's out there right now. But boys and girls, even though I honestly, there's one black person in the entire trailer, and they kind of don't really even show up until the end. So the fact that there's only one black person in a trailer that's mostly either Asians or white women or a bunch of little kids, kind of surprises me that you want to try to claim that people hate black people. No. People hate Disney Star Wars, okay? Star Wars is dead. George Lucas coming up earlier in the week and backing Bob Iger in this proxy battle just made things even worse and just completely confirmed it for so many people. If you haven't seen freaking Doomcock, Overlord DVD's rant on that. It's absolutely incredible. I've never seen the man so angry. It was incredible to go watch. Definitely go check that out. But this is one of them situations where this is the kind of insanity that we deal with on the regular basis. So we're going to check out this article from That Park Place. We're going to get into this. We're going to laugh. We're going to make fun of, and we're going to absolutely talk about the fact that this trailer has been ratioed into oblivion. It has set records for the Walt Disney Company's Star Wars as having the only trailer that we think of actually that we could find in existence that got completely and totally ratioed on the Star Wars' own YouTube page. This thing has got ratioed into oblivion. It's got ratioed absolutely everywhere. It was on Entertainment Weekly, whoever was hosting the trailer. This thing has gotten absolutely ratioed into oblivion, and it's rightly deserved. This is the state of current Disney Star Wars, and they have done it to himself. They have no one to blame but Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. And technically George Lucas as well. You can blame all of them for it at this point, but that's exactly who we have to blame in the current era is Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. Who, don't forget, Kathleen Kennedy was handpicked by George Lucas. So IGN writer Isaiah D. Colbert took a swing at Star Wars fans, claiming they hate black people following the Acolyte trailer receiving a massive amount of disliking upon its release. And don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. If you're watching on the live stream or if you're watching on the video replay, definitely make sure you hit that like out there and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that follow button. X account discussing film reported earlier this week that the Acolyte trailer had more dislikes than likes on YouTube, with the dislike counting for 55% of the reactions, totaling 162,921 compared to just 135,701 likes. And this is after this trailer had been viewed over millions of times, because that's the record that Disney tries to tout out there. Oh, it's the most viewed trailer we've ever had in 24 hours. Yeah, it's also probably the first trailer we've seen in a long time, if ever, that you actually got ratioed into oblivion on. Boy, I wonder why YouTube hit that dislike button. Thanks for the plug-in. Colbert reacted to the post by denigrating Star Wars fans and claiming they hate black people. So here it is, right here from Isaiah D. Colbert, writer for IGN. Hey, IGN, you maybe want to rang some of your people in like Kotaku's doing? Star Wars fans want the same trough of derivative storytelling that Lucasfilm always doles out instead of original narratives. Also, they hate black people. Okay, let's just start with the first line right here. The same trough of derivative storytelling that Lucasfilm always doles out instead of an original narrative. Oh, you mean the characters that we've always known and loved, that Disney Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger, and Jar Jar Abrams have all completely and totally destroyed and decimated? And then we had that one shining moment where we thought we were going to get some nice stuff at the end of Season 2 Mandalorian with having at least a digital CGI version of Luke Skywalker coming back. And then, yes, of course, they pissed that all away as well and ruined that completely to no end by not understanding the character of Luke Skywalker and completely and totally destroying him in the Book of Boba Fett, aka aka Mandalorian Season 2.5. So, boys and girls, that right there is part of the problem. The actual storylines that have come out of modern Disney Star Wars has been absolutely abysmal, and no one wants anything to do with it. Nobody trusts the Acolyte because guess what? All we have heard about how this is going to be a women-centric, it's going to be all about representation and yada, yada, yada. We haven't heard anything about the story. If you watch the trailer, you understand nothing about this story whatsoever. It's one of them situations where this is turning into an absolute abysmal failure because instead of talking about, a galaxy far, far away, or, the great Jedi storylines that we're going to talk about, or the great heroes that we're going to have, no, it's representation. So, of course, everybody expects it to be absolutely abysmal, and so far the trailers aren't giving us anything otherwise, and the people around it are talking about all of the same nonsense that tells us everything we need to know. This isn't going to be about storytelling, it's going to be about representation, just like we've always talked about. And this one right here, also, they hate black people. Really? Because we all love Lando Calrissian. Like, that people that the modern Star Wars people try to insult, that great character that was a hero of the rebellion, that guy? Yeah, no. We all love him. That's the problem with these idiots. Star Wars has always been diverse. Between the aliens, the different races, the different sexes, and everybody else that was a hero in that. Luke, everybody is a hero. Every race and creed is represented in there as a hero. Whether it be Lando Calrissian, Princess Leia, Han Solo, or any of the aliens out there that were something like General Akbar. How much more diversity do you want to get? It's an alien, it's a hero. He's literally a space alien. Come on, I'm sorry you can't relate to a space alien because you're not a space alien. And I'm sorry you can't relate to Lando Calrissian because you didn't actually watch the original Star Wars, don't understand them, like them, or anyway, enjoy them. So color us shocked there. You go back to the default. Oh, you just hate black people. Oh, you're just so racist. No one gives a shit. And no one believes you anymore. Your gaslighting is failing, and that's why you're losing power, and that's why the Acolyte is going to fail miserably and cost the Walt Disney Company hundreds of millions of dollars once again as another abysmal failure, and I cannot wait to see it. And Izza, you're just a moron. So as for why people are disliking the trailer, looking at some of the top comments reveals it has nothing to do with Star Wars fans hating black people. Color us shocked there. In fact, many of the top comments are mocking the trailer's dialogue. Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. We must not trust them. Tell me what comes into your mind. What do you see? The comment section getting turned off. Another states, plot twist, this series is a Star Wars Jedi training simulator in the Matrix. Thank you. Glad I'm not the only one that saw the Matrix references in their little Jedi. I guess we have Force Kung Fu now. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Your eyes can deceive you. You must not trust them. Dang, seconds into the trailer and they're already gaslighting. Yes, exactly. Don't believe that this is shit. Don't believe this is crap. Don't believe what your lying eyes tell you. No. Believe this is good. Believe what we say. Close your eyes. Alien, I can't. Oh, yeah, that was the best part. One of the trailers, one of the aliens, literally just has these big buggy eyes. You couldn't even get him, the little fake eyelids that come down so he could close them. No, you just left him big bug-eyed, making it obvious that he couldn't close his eyes in the middle of that scene. It's close your eyes. What do you see? A particular episode of South Park. And it's just going to go on and on. Close your eyes. Shark, I'll die. Close your eyes. What do you see? The Urix turn northeast. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard because this is how we ratio things now, right? Because we have seen this happen on YouTube time and time again, where they will just shut down, or delete comments if they're being too mean because they violate the terms of service over there on YouTube. This is why we like Rumble. Come over and heck us out on Rumble. This is one of them situations where this is what happens because they will go out there and do it. So guess what? Once again, the internet always wins, right? The collective genius of all of you wonderful, beautiful people out there come together and figure out a way around it. So this is what we do. We mess with quotes. Close your eyes. What do you see? I see George Lucas sobbing in a tub of money. Yes, exactly. Because that's what all of this has been about. That's what we figured out how to do. We figured out how to get around your nonsense. Now we just laugh at you and we make fun of you. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. It's just more and more going on. And this is exactly what you're going to continue to get because they have finally lost. The acolytes of the cult have no power anymore, and this kind of stuff is showing it. No one believes them anymore. All of this stuff has always been gaslighting from the very beginning, and now the fans are waking up, tuning out, and the Walt Disney Company is going to continue to bleed hundreds of millions of dollars on wasted opportunities and wasted shows like The Acolyte and every other kind of agenda-driven nonsense that they push. And clearly, Isaiah D. Colbert is nothing more than an acolyte for the cult and someone completely and totally possessed by the period of the age for even the slightest hint of accusing Star Wars fans for racing a absolute trash trailer because we hate black people. Sorry, The gaslighting's over, and nobody believes you when you call any of us racist, homophobic, or any of the rest of your nonsense slurs that you've been trying to hold over us for decades. Well, guess what? Time is over, your power is gone, and now the fans finally get to win.